women step down out of fear, and that's okay. So I inboxed Colette. I said, the first time, I said, you want to come out and share your story? She didn't want to do it. She freaked out, chicken out. So guess what I did this time? I didn't inbox her. I put it right on the page. I put you on blast in front of millions of people. It's do or die, right now. So please welcome Colette, and she can tell you the rest of the story. She's going to talk about some domestic violence, and it's a serious story. All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never give up. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands up. And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there.
Hi everybody, I'm Colette.
Hi Colette.
My story from looking at me. My story is one where I tried to hide everything that I was going through. I was involved in domestic violence. Met a fella, was best friends with his mom, thought, man, he is awesome. Was doing everything I thought a man's supposed to do, you know, the flowers, you know, the bubble bath, you know, the cards, you know, the poems, singing to me, send me a text, I love you. I mean, you know, everything that they appear to, you know, have together, so you think. And first time I got with him, he said, we should get married. And I was like, I ain't going. You got to show me more than that. I was like, I'm going to see. If you good, we'll hang in there. So I dated him for 3 years before I married him. Up and down, lose a job, get a job. I mean, I went through it with him. Long story but short, finally decided, you know what? He got his spouse, I got mine. Why don't we go ahead and do this? We'll get married. Big change. Got married. A few months after that, we decided we're going to go out to our friend's house, have a few drinks. We don't really go nowhere. I don't do the clubbing thing. He don't do the clubbing thing. We go to church, come home. Figure, I'm good. We'll have a few drinks. Take a set of clothes. They got empty space. We can stay at their place, come home after we get done drinking, partying. It's good. Right. Went to this party. Dancing, laughing, drinking, eating, thinking everything was beautiful. I'm looking for him, like, where's he at? Where's he at? I want to dance, Couldn't find him. Saw some of his old buddies from way back. I heard through the grapevine, you know, you better watch him. I was like, okay. Do I really believe that story? He ain't gonna do that because I'm Colette. You know, he ain't gonna do that with me. I'm different from everybody else he's been with. Went to the friend's house. Bought my change of clothes, dressed up nice, hair done. He dressed up nice, his outfit ready. He stepped out with the fellas out in the backyard. They doing their thing. They getting hot. I said, okay. All right. We far south side. We live in the boondocks. How am I going to deal with this? Where is this going to go? I said, well, I'm going to play this safe. I'm going to be quiet. I ain't going to say much. Stay in my end, eat my food, stay with the wife who I met near her network and talking, laughing. We dance, do our thing, get off the dance floor, me and his friend dance. And I'm hesitant on letting somebody come close to me because I know dude a little special. He don't even want nobody to speak to me. So I said, okay. Got done dancing, I go to sit down. He come out from wherever he was. Come on, let's go. I said, oh, wait a minute. Looking at his face. I'm like, please, God, don't let this be no mess. Not up to him. We at somebody else's house. What I'm going to do, what I'm going to say. Number one, I've been drinking. I'm not a drinker. And I was a little tipsy. He said, come on. I said, okay. He said, I just want to talk to you about something. I said, okay. I go to walk up the stairs with him. He dragging me by my arm. By this point, he pulling me up some steps to get to where he wanted to take me by myself. And I'm like, okay, wow. Something about to happen. My gut turning like, okay, this is not good. This is not going to turn out how I think it is. He drags me further up the stairs to the bathroom. By this point, I'm falling because I can't keep up with him. Pulls me into the bathroom, slams the door, locks the door. He said, really, what you want? What you want? You know, every other curse word, this, that, the other. That's what you want. That's what you want. You trying to get with my guy. You trying to get with my guy. I'm like, I know I've been drinking, but I ain't drinking that much. If I'm going to do something, really, I'm not like that. So I'm trying to talk to him, calm him down. We loud. I hear people outside the door. Next thing I know, he dropped back, bust me dead in my face. Blood everywhere. All these people got bathrooms, pink, yellow, and white. I'll never forget it. He hit me so hard, he knocked the back of my head through that drywall. As big as my head is, as big as that hole was. And I'm like, okay, this what we finna come to? You think you finna take me out? We finna tear this bathroom up. I had my nails done, so I'm fighting him. By this point, the people had to bust their door down to get in that bathroom to break me and him up. I was bleeding everywhere. I didn't know where I was cut. I didn't know where I was hurt. I know I said, you gonna kill me? We finna tear this place up. But I had never been involved with anything like that before. And I thought, why me? What'd I do to you? You know? And even after I went through that, I cleaned myself up. They family, the people whose house we're at, they said, y'all need to get out of here. You need to get your stuff. You need to go. Now here I am. I'm not a drinker. We 2 hours from where we live. I'm saying, I'm gonna get home. I'm messed up. I'm bloody. First thing I thought about, oh my God, if I go home to my kids and my kids see this, what my kids gonna think of me? What my son gonna do? You know, because I know my baby. I know how he feel about mama. That was my guy to go through. No matter what I went through, he always watched mama. He always told me, mama, if you do something to you, I'm taking that food out. First thing I thought of, my baby gonna get in some trouble. So then I said, okay. Go there, get your stuff together, do what you got to do. You got to put on big girl drawers now. Let's go. Clean your face up, get your stuff. I'm walking outside. This is winter time. This happened November 20th. I'll never forget it. 2010, excuse me. I'll never forget it. Got my clothes on. He's so messed up. He don't even realize where he at, nothing. The people pick him up, toss him outside. It's snow outside. We in a rental car. I'm trying to figure out, I'm drunk. I'm going to drive home. I don't believe in drinking and driving. I said, you know what? I don't even want to take this so nowhere with me. Then some say, now, you know what? You got 2 options. You may have to fight him again. What you going to do? I said, oh, God. He's still my husband. I live in my house. Like, I don't mean I'm not right now, but some say, you know what? You still going to do the right thing. That's how my mom raised me. Even when somebody do you wrong, still doing right. And I'm like, oh, God, I'm ashamed. I don't want to go home. I'm bloody. I got to go home. My kids going to see me. My neighbor's going to see me. I said, you know what, fine. I'll just deal with it. Got him. I sat to the car. Got him in the car. Here come my crew. Now, I ain't seen none of these people at the party. Guess where they come from? These are the family members, the people whose house it is that we just destroyed. They call their family members to beat us up. So now on top of me getting beat up, I thought, man, this is enough for me to get beat up. And now I got to defend somebody that beat me up and protect him, to protect myself. He can't even stand up. It was 15 guys with bats, guns, sticks, rocks, bricks, bottles that they had been drinking out of to bust his head. They jumped on him and the women surrounded me. I'm like, I can't believe this. I ain't never in my life seen nothing like this. It's like looking at something on TV, Lifetime TV or something. You don't think this stuff don't happen to you. I was always the type, no, they don't happen to me because I'm Colette. I don't know who Colette is. That's what I thought. I was always the woman saying, I ain't gonna deal with no man on drugs, dude was on heroin. I ain't gonna deal with no man that's abusive. That was him. Everything I said I wasn't gonna deal with, that's what that guy was, who I married. Even after he beat me up and got beat up, I'm begging these people, please stop, please don't kill him. All I hear was click, click. They can ready to pop him. All I'm thinking is, you know what? They kill him, his family gonna come and get me. They gonna do something to me. They gonna do something to my babies. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? All I could do was stand there and pray. I'm bleeding. I'm telling him, get up, please get up. I'm begging the people, please don't do nothing else. Please just let me go. Just let us go, please. I helped him to get in the car. He's bleeding everywhere. From head to toe, he's bleeding. Clothes bloody, I'm bloody. I couldn't even stand up. I get him in the car. I close the door. We drive home. While we driving, he gets so back into himself, he busts the windshield. Girl cop said, my name, he ain't working. I'm like, oh my God, really? all this. We get back to the apartment. I'm getting ready to go upstairs to where my kids at. I'm trying to prepare myself for what I'm going to say to my son. So he won't do nothing. Long story short, I stopped my kids from doing what they wanted to do to him. My neighbor's kids were there. I was beyond embarrassed. And then I still had to tell my story what happened to the kids. Ended up having to take him to the hospital. I needed help. I didn't get help from me. I had a concussion. Didn't even think about getting help from me. I still stayed with him. Everything else he took me through because I was ashamed. I said, I ain't gonna tell my story. Big, fine, fabulous wedding and everything. I ain't gonna tell my story. I'm embarrassed. What my family gonna think of me? My brother was a police, and they were police. I'm gonna tell him what they gonna think of me. That's what my thought process. What am I gonna do? You know, I'm ashamed. I'm embarrassed. For my kids, you know, yeah, I did something. My mom always told me, treat people how you want to be treated. When you say you marry forever. That's what I thought. I stayed married to him even after that abuse. Almost 2 more years. Prayed, fasted. I still loved him, even through everything he took me through until I had to learn how to love me. And learn, you know what, that ain't love when somebody put their hands on you. Nothing about love is abusive, nothing. You know, I even quit talking to my own mother because of him. I'm like, this is reckless. This is not a good situation. Just one morning, I kept praying. I went to my pastor saying, hey, I believe I want to get divorced. Why do I get out of this? What do I do? Please give me some words of encouragement. Didn't have no money. Didn't have no job. We was about to be set out of our apartment. He said, you pray, you fast, you believe God. Stand on the word. Stand on the word. The word ain't going to never leave you. God ain't going to leave you nor forsake you. I said, okay, I got that. Got up in the morning. He got up one morning. He said, you know what? I think I'm going to leave here. I was like, wait a minute. Wait, let me see if I heard you right. I know you ain't just said you gonna leave here. I said, you mean like you gonna pack your stuff? You gonna go? Like stay gone? Like you ain't gonna come back and forth? You mean you gonna really go? He was like, here go the keys. Here go my this. Here go your that. I want out of this. I was like, Jesus.
So I got a question real quick, Colette.
Yeah.
What did that do to you, let's say 5 years after you left? I remember when you left,
Yeah.
and then think of what life was like for the next 5 years. What did it do to you? Just as an adult woman, knowing you come from that, what did that do to you? What did it affect you?
It took me back to some things where all the things and where I had built me up with my self-esteem, he took me to nothing. I didn't have friends. I didn't have family. I didn't have my church members. I didn't have anybody. My own kids was like, really? Really? They begged me. I put him out once and when he come back, my kids said, really? What you think you worth? That's what you think you worth? He ain't working. He ain't doing nothing. But my moral of my story is deeper than that. I went back to my mother. I took pictures of me because I never wanted to forget what I looked like when he beat me up. And my kids were like, that's the craziest thing. And I said, no, I needed to remember what I looked like. I said, what you gonna do with that picture? My kids went to school. I took that picture. I said, you know what? I'm gonna make me a Facebook page and I'm gonna post that picture because I want everybody to know what I look like. One of my mom's best friends contacted me on Facebook after she saw the picture. She said, I'm gonna contact your mother. Let her know what you're saying. Let her know you've been beat up. I still hadn't told my mother. So I thought, oh my God, she told my mother that's gonna kill her. My mom up in age. So I said, okay, please don't do that. Let me call my mother right now. I go and had that conversation. I called my mom. I said, Mom, I got something I want to tell you. Sit down. She said, yeah. I said, Mom, I said, so-and-so beat me up, tried to kill me. She said, what? I hear her drop the phone. At this point, I'm panicking because I'm thinking, you know, she can fell out. I don't know what to think. She almost angry. She got back on the phone. All I could hear was her crying. She said, well, I'm glad you finally called me and told me the story. She said, I figured something happened, but I just didn't know what. She said, but I got a story for you. She said, are you sitting down? I said, yeah. She said, well, I want to tell you what happened almost 45 years ago. I said, well, Mama, what happened? She said, you know how I always told you what your name meant, yeah? She said, I said, yeah. She said, little when? I said, yeah. She said, well, your dad named you. She said, I never told you the story about how we got your name and why you ended up being born. You was born. I was 2 pounds. I was born 3.5 months early. I didn't understand it like I understand it when she told me this story. She said, I've been home 25 years of abuse that I went through with your dad. She said the day you was born, he tried to kill me. She said the day you was born, that was supposed to be your birthday. She said he tried to kill me. And I went to have you in the toilet. She said he beat me up till I was black and blue. I got to the hospital. I couldn't even talk. She said the doctor said because when you was born, you weren't going to never make it. I was born 2 pounds. No ounces, no fingernails, no toenails. The doctors told my parents, you can go and bury that one because she ain't going to never make it. And I told my mom, I said the devil surely a lie because now I'm 47 years old. I'm made looking good. I told my mom, I said, I'm glad you finally told me that story, but imagine the suffering she did. She almost 80 years old. She suffered that abuse, and every day she had to look at me, and I was a product of what she went through. I looked just like my father. She said, so what you went through had to happen because of me, because I suffered, but I never could say anything. I always wanted to tell you. She said, had you not told me what you went through, I never would have been able to be free. My mother was free from that experience. My mom died and went home to be with the Lord 3-4 months soon thereafter. And I never could understand it, but it was the most rejuvenating story. She left me a letter saying, you know, I thank you because you freed me. I've been holding it all these years and never wanted to tell nobody. And that picture that she passed around, the first picture was a picture when I was born. The picture's blown up. The second picture is a picture when I was an infant. The last one is a picture when my ex beat me up and I never wanted to forget what I looked like.
Who gave you courage to talk today? Where did all this fabulous courage come from today? Because those tears of strength, right?
Came from God.
You know, that's tears
lots
of
of
freedom.
prayer, lots of strength. My kids always tell me, Mama, you Facebook famous, but I told them, no, it don't have nothing to do with Facebook, because that picture's on my Facebook page that I set up many years ago when I was still married to dude. Men, women, children, people write me all the time to share with me their story, and they thank me. I had a lady to write me 3 weeks ago, 50 years old, 6 kids, finally got the courage to get out. And I told her, I said, thank you. I said, every time somebody write me, they give me the push to want to save somebody else, because I know there's so many more Colettes, there's so many more Kellys, there's so many of us out here. All of us need to tell our story in order to help and bless somebody else.
This is your first time coming.
This is my first time ever And this is my first time doing this. I've never done this in person with nobody. I always share it on Facebook, always write other people, but I never did it in person. But I thank God for you.
Amen.
For putting me out there.
Amen.